Welcome back to the NRL Fantasy Flog. He's JL, I'm Rayner. And how did you go last week?
Last week, how did it go? I think it was...
Mongrel.
Yeah, the low 700s.
Same.
I think I only did one trade. I got rid of Croft and brought in Cam Murray. So that
Good trade.
Yeah, that ended up being
Be
pretty
happy
good.
with that.
It made me 60 60 grand and a few points. But then I lost all that money on Jared Haynes. So,
Yeah.
Balances up, but that's all right. Won the head-to-head. How'd you go?
Yeah, it went pretty... No, I didn't go too good at all, actually.
Went all right.
Went okay, but I got a lot of low scores.
Yeah.
Like 20s, a few under 20 that actually counted.
Yeah.
So that was a bit hard to deal with, but...
Liggy Sayo.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah.
No, but all my halves, no one scored over 30.
Yeah.
And it's not enough.
Did you play... Who'd you trade in? Because you got...
I got in rookies, so I got in
JMK. Yeah.
Reece Robinson,
That was
and
terrible.
Marshall King, and I didn't play either of them.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
so I missed out on some points there if I played my reserves a bit better, but
Yep. JMK's looking all right.
so far, yeah. His defence looked good. Like he
yeah.
got stuck into the tackles, which is what you want to see in the halves.
Could be a starting half this week for the Bludgers.
It will be, yeah.
Very good. Cool. Should we get into last week's apples and spuds?
I think we should.
Excellent.
Golden apples and dirty spuds.
So, golden apples. The golden apples this week. Number one score of the week, Moses Mbai. Cracked the ton first of the year. Well
He
done.
dominated too.
2 tries, 3 line breaks, 17 tackle busts. Just amazing, actually. And watch everyone bring him in this week. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he'll be handy, but the thing is, it's like, if you bring him this week, you don't get that 100 points.
No.
Which is what everyone wants.
Yeah, but
So you'll just be disappointed if he doesn't get there.
really good game, top player of the week. Closely followed by a host of Dragons players who played the Titans, obviously. So Gareth Widdop, 9 goals. They scored a heap of tries against the Titans. So 9 goals. He got 5 try assists, line break assists, heaps of kick meters. So
Titans sort of gave up pretty quick.
Yeah. Third on the list, Rob Jennings. Probably didn't expect to see him on there, and may not again this year, but the Rabbitohs went quite well. Both the wingers got a heap of tries, and Rob Jennings got 3 tries, a few line breaks, and 6 tackle busts, offloads, heaps of meters. So well done the Bunnies. Another Dragons player, Matt Duffy at fullback. After a quietish week last week, bounced back with an 81. 7 tackle
Lots
busts.
of tries.
Yeah, 3
Tries
three
always
tries.
help.
Yeah, 3 tries as well. Cohen Hess really monstered it on Thursday night for the Cowboys.
Eventually, he started pretty poorly, missed a few tackles, and I was about to have a go at people just saying he's no good.
Yeah, well, he ended up
And
with
then he turned
80,
it around.
so a couple of tries, heaps of tackle busts.
Yeah.
And I think I'd heard somewhere if you took out Cohen Hess's score from the Cowboys, the rest of the Cowboys players averaged 17 fantasy points.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
So
surprised.
Cohen Hess really...
They don't do a lot,
No.
fantasy-wise.
Never
have.
Nick Kotrick, name we all would have heard last year. He had a good game for the Raiders. Got a heap of tackle busts and a couple of line breaks and ended up with a try as well for a score of 70. Jake Friend for the Roosters. It's a tackle machine, 56 tackles. He actually got 3 forced dropouts too, which is probably an area of his game.
They're dominating possession.
Yeah, they certainly were. Another Dragons player, Laffey, got 3 tries, 66 points. Ben Hunt, 65 points. He got heaps of tackle busts, try assists, line break assists, heaps of meters, kick meters. And another familiar name to the Golden Apples, my man McCulloch, 65. I think the extra 8 minutes helped the Broncos there. So
Golden point. Yeah.
he got 61 tackles. So that's the Golden Apples team. Any notable mentions for you?
Not for me. My whole team was pretty average.
I want to mention, just because of last week, I want to mention Cam Murray as a notable mention.
No one's saying he's not a good player. And he's like, you should try and get him in your team if you can.
60 points, well done, Cam Murray. Okay, the dirty spuds this week. Quite a a lot of horrible scores as usual. So the captain of the Dirty Spuds this week was Tautai Moga.
No look Moga.
No look Moga. I think there's a couple of Knights on here, but he tops the list with -1. 3 errors, couple of penalties, and a sin bin. He didn't really have a great game at all. Kiliuate for the Sea Eagles, 2 points for him. He got a heap of mistakes. I think he made 5 tackles, but he missed 5 as well. So
He's a winger.
yeah. And then one that hurts me, but I'm not surprised, Jared Hayne.
My boy Jared Hayne.
Hip flexor or something silly.
He just didn't want to play.
Nah, that's right. 29 minutes and 4 points. I didn't see him getting many more for that for the rest of the game anyway. So definite trade out this week. Jarvid Bowen, he got a broken nose, didn't he? Busted face.
Another busted face.
4 points for him. Played 65 minutes. Another injury. Connor Watson, 5 points. He played 18 minutes. I thought he was on the field for a lot longer.
No, he wasn't. No.
So dislocated shoulder. He'll be out for. There's varying reports, but it could be a few months.
Yeah, I heard
Knee surgery.
10 or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle Felt, no injury there. Played 80 minutes. Like I said, for the Cowboys, there were just no points in the Cowboys. Another injury affected score for Oates. 7 points on the wing. I wasn't going to mention him, but because of so much talk pre-season, him playing second row and all that, some people might have got him. But Corey Oates is on the list. Fusatua for the Warriors, 8 points. Couple of missed tackles, errors, penalties. Another Knights player, Nathan Ross, 8 points. Didn't get involved at all. And Michael Morgan rounds out the top 10 Dirty Spuds with 8 points. There's a lot of talk about him last week.
Yeah, he's one of those players. He's usually up and down anyway. So
it was just, I don't know, looked rusty coming back.
Well, he hasn't played, so
9 tackles, 1 miss, couple of errors. Only 40 running metres, only 38 kick metres. So not a very good game for the Dragons, or for the Cowboys in general, really. So
yeah.
Any notable?
No, I was just going to mention Jared Hayne, as long as he got mentioned a couple of times.
Jack Bird, want to mention Jack Bird.
His chest protector, that's all I saw from him.
Couldn't concentrate on anything else, just him looking beefed up. I think he got 10 points. And I want to pay or give the Sharks backline a call out. None in the Dirty Spuds this week, so well done. Well done, Sharks.
What happened there?
They won, didn't they? So that's probably what happened. Cool. So that's the golden apples and Dirty Spuds for the week.
Cool.
Now it's time for ins and outs
and stuff.
Ins and outs and stuff.
So first game of the round, is it a Thursday night game?
Yep.
Cowboys and the Panthers. What are the ins and outs and stuff here?
Cowboys haven't named any changes, but they've added Lachlan Coote into the reserves, so he might be a late in.
Yep.
I'd say Ben Hampton would miss out, obviously.
Yeah.
Or he'd drop back to the bench and tomorrow might not miss out if that happens. But
I heard Coote might get just eased back into Queensland Cup.
Yeah,
first,
so we don't see him playing.
Yeah, Morgan didn't add anything in attack,
No,
did he?
their whole team didn't score well.
Well, except
for Hess, because he scored a couple of tries with lots of tackle busts.
Thurston, I've got Thurston on my team.
Taumalolo was disappointing again.
Taumalo's been real disappointing, eh? He's not getting as many minutes, not having.
I think all the teams are putting a lot of guys on him every time he gets the ball, just so he can't make meters and get offloads and stuff. They're just trying to get him down to the ground as quick as they can.
Yeah, for what worries me for Thurston is just a lot of demerit points, missed tackles, errors, stuff like that. So it's hurting me to watch him play. I think he's still got.
They're getting the Panthers at a good time.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually looking forward to him bouncing back and maybe posting another 70. Fingers crossed. Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers have Nathan Cleary's out.
Yeah,
everyone knows about Nathan Cleary being injured.
Yep, MCL.
And so they've named Peachy in the halves.
Yeah.
And Jerome Luai on the bench.
Well, I heard about Jerome Luai. Plays in the trust or whatever it is, and he's a good young kid. And I thought he might actually start the game, but
He still might, the way they always do their late changes.
yeah, that's right.
Kikau's named on the field again, and I don't think he'll start. So
Merrin's named after scares of a sternum injury, but
sell him if you got him.
Should be fine. I think the Panthers might be the new Titans, or well.
Yeah, I think their forward back is pretty solid still.
It is better, yeah, but
they'll be able to compete in the middle of the field, but without. Well, they've still got Maloney in the halves. He's experienced enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm tipping Cowboys.
Yeah, I tip Cowboys too. Anyone who got on Christian Crichton, I don't think they were too excited about his output.
Yeah, I was actually expecting better, but in a Panthers outfit, they didn't do that well last week. Maybe they just need to get some wins for him to.
Without Cleary, though, I think that hurts. I think
big time.
It might affect their ability to score points a bit. So,
yep.
Anyway, yeah, Cowboys there.
Leota actually posted an alright score last week. I think he got 31.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's for my personal benefit. No, knowing that.
No one cares.
No one cares. All right, Friday game. Rabbitohs and the Dogs. Any changes for the Rabbits?
No changes for the Rabbits.
They looked really good last week.
The big story with them is that Adam Reynolds isn't named in their extended bench either. Yeah. So it means everyone's second favourite rookie half, Adam Dewey.
I was so close to pulling the trigger on him last week.
At least get another game.
Because he would have made 50 grand last. I think he's made, did you say 90 grand?
99,000
already, and his break even's negative 14 this week. So
yeah.
If he posts a 60, he could make another 80.
So if anyone's got him, congratulations.
Yeah, I was really
you're going to make some more cash.
Really hoping Reynolds would play this game.
This may be his last game, so
yeah, fingers crossed. Because if you missed him, you don't want him to play.
Yeah, you can't get him now, I don't think.
Kenner's still making a bit of money. Not looking fantastic. Got a few tries.
Everyone who's sort of rookie priced is just making money.
Yeah.
They just have to keep staying on the field and staying fit, and they keep earning.
Loving Cam Murray. Well done, son.
Yeah.
Might tweet him through the week. Give him a well done.
Yeah.
Anything else there? Mark Nichols still making a little bit of money.
Yeah, he doesn't get enough minutes, so he won't make much.
No, the Bunnies looked really good last week, so should be a good game against the Dogs. Any changes for the Dogs?
Yeah, no.
No changes there.
No changes.
Oh, which is good for Marshall King.
Yeah, Marshall King, he looks solid. So I think his job security looks pretty good too. Just by the performance, obviously the coach looks better with a win, so I don't think he wants to change too much.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that's good. I'm going to bring him in this week.
There's no Frawley named in the extended bench or anything, so you don't have to worry about any of those dramas.
Just Farmu Brown. Looks like he'll come on for Leisha again. Aaron Woods, yeah. No.
He hasn't changed his hairstyle yet, so he still hasn't gone with a full shave, so we shouldn't really talk about him until he does.
Moses Amboy, obviously cracker last week, see if he can do something similar
Yeah,
this week.
I think...
Against the Bunnies, there's probably a chance, but...
No, they tackle better, surely.
Yeah.
Some of those tackles on him were pretty poor.
Yep. Who are you thinking in this game? It could be a tight one.
I'm thinking the Bunnies. I think they've figured out how to play a bit.
Sam Burgess looked really good last week. I was really impressed with Sam Burgess.
Yeah.
So, I'm tipping the Bunnies.
I think conditions helped them out a bit too.
Yeah, it was a bit wet, wasn't it?
They seem like a good wet weather team. So, maybe if it rains. But then the Bulldogs probably strike me as a fairly good wet weather team as well. So hopefully it's just pouring down rain and it's good game of wet weather footy.
Bludger. Yeah, I'm going Bunnies as well.
Having said that, it'll probably be 40 degrees.
Cool. You tip the Bunnies?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
tip the
next
Bunnies.
game. Sharks and the Storm.
Sharks have got Moylan named again at 5'8". Luke Lewis is named in second row.
Come back. Good stuff.
So
he'd be about 50 years old now, wouldn't he?
Yeah. No.
He's going good.
Not even. Hodkinson and Bakuya drop out.
I put him down for a intercept runaway try this week.
Not against the Storm, I don't.
Really impressive for Feeder last week. Stepped up.
Yep.
Played 68 minutes. That's massive.
Big minutes.
Yeah, I'm really liking him. If he's a trade target, if you're a bit light in the front row.
I'm really impressed by the way he's been playing the ball. I thought he'd be one of the ones that got stung with a lot of penalties.
He's been going
And
all right.
he's been putting his foot on the ball properly. Surprised.
Jesse Ramian keeps his spot.
Yeah, he was pretty much. I think he hit exactly his break even. Didn't really do much.
Edric Lee's on the extended bench. I really want this bloke to play. I watched him last week, but he hogs the ball. I was watching him play, he just hogs it. I was yelling out, Parsley, but he never passed it.
I didn't see that one coming.
Storm, anything with Storm?
Storm, you put me off now. Yeah, Kenny Bromwich is back in. He dropped out late last week, and
A big loss.
Brandon Smith came in, but Bromwich is back in, so
yep.
People were a bit worried about Cam Smith losing minutes to Brandon Smith, and that didn't happen. The guy looks huge. He looks like a back rower, not like a hooker anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty standard. Storm, I don't think there's anything.
Brodie Croft. What are your thoughts on him?
I would love to be able to sell him. I want to sell him, but I can't pick up anyone decent with that kind of cash.
Can you
without downgrading to a rookie?
Can you move people around?
I already have.
Have you got cover on the bench?
The problem with that is I've got Cartwright in my halves with Croft. So
okay. So even if you start during Marshall King, you've got to play one of the others.
Unless I play Lachlan Croker, which he hasn't really set the world alight either.
20s and 30s,
yeah.
aren't they?
So I'm probably going to have to just stick with Croft and deal with whatever and hope that he turns it around in the next couple of weeks.
Well, like you're saying before, his break-even's not massive.
It's not out of control, but it's because he's not that expensive.
Yeah.
He's under 500k now, so the problem with him is if he does eventually score well, people will be able to pick him up nice and cheap. And so any benefit I would have got from him is not going to help. So
should have done what I did last week.
He looks like a failed cash cow that's just going to sit in my squad for the whole season.
Well, he didn't even play the first half last week. Well, he may as well not have. They didn't give him the ball at all, so...
Yeah, he's not really getting involved as much as you'd like your halfback to.
If Cam Smith keeps giving him goal kicks, though, he might...
Cam Smith keeps hogging the ball.
He might give him some points that way. Anything else from that team? Nelson Sofa-Solomon was really strong last week.
Yeah, he's looking like a solid player.
Stimson went well in place of Kafusi on the edge. Finucane, they're
Jesse Bromwich is probably not a gun anymore. I think the first few rounds have proven that he's barely getting over 40 points. So if you had him, 41 or something.
Yeah, okay.
If you had him, I'd look to move him on.
Yeah, well, he's not losing a heap of money, but he's not what you want.
Yeah, but you could get Rock out and make 400k.
Yeah, true. Who would have thought?
I know, I didn't think I'd admit that, but...
So, Lou, are we tipping Storm? I think we have to.
Yeah, it'll be a pretty crappy
I'm really
game,
not looking forward to that game. I haven't liked either way teams are playing.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Roosters and Warriors should be a better game.
Roosters are unchanged.
Yep.
Reece Robinson didn't really do much as a rookie, so if you brought him in, you still waited for him to get involved a bit more.
Well, he pretty much got his break-even score, so nothing's going to change there, really.
He made like $3,000.
Just need to get some tries. Latrell Mitchell started off so well.
Yeah. Missed a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Dropped the ball a few times.
A lot of penalties.
Could have got a monster score, but...
Just a lot of ill-discipline, I think, with him.
Well, I think because they were winning so comfortably, sorry, not easily, they, I think they all just took the foot off the gas a bit. And the
halves just were doing everything. They were just...
Keary and Cronk were just playing their own game, basically.
Much, yeah. Which is a shame because Tedesco missed out.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of a worry you were talking about.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah.
He needs more time. He's like Croft. He needs about another 20 weeks.
Yeah. This difference is Tedesco's proven himself. But anyway, anything else from those blokes? Jake Friend's a good option at hooker.
Yeah, he's
expensive.
Solid.
That's about it, really. Warriors?
Warriors got a couple of changes. Sam Lasoni's suspended, so in comes Chris Sate on the bench. Adam Blair shift to lock, and Ignatius Parsi shift to the front row.
Yep. So a couple of changes. Who knows if it's going to stay like that?
Yeah.
But the main thing is Liggy Sal's on the bench again.
I don't like his chances anymore.
No.
With Javanga played big minutes at Lock last week, and Liggy Sao only got less than 20 minutes.
Come on with 20 minutes to go or something.
And then went off again.
Looked gassed after one run and went okay. I didn't get that. Actually, he didn't get that well.
But with the way they've set their team up now, I don't see where he's going to get minutes.
Yeah.
So
I don't know anything about this chicken satay bloke though. Who knows?
Yeah, like Liggy Sao is a hold, obviously, still until like his break even still fairly low, so he might make a bit more cash. But he's one of those guys you're probably going to have to look to move him on
the
chopping block. On the chopping bloke, yeah. He's just it looks like he's been shuffled out a bit, and with Mannering still to come into that squad.
Actually, I thought Mannering would be back this week.
No, he's not even named in the extended bench. I think they're just going to ease him in. Because they're winning too, so I mean,
they're going really good, top of the table.
Do anything.
Wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
Peter Hiku's I'm really impressed with him for the centre option anyway.
Yeah.
There's no one else really.
He misses some tackles. He comes flying out of the line a bit. He needs to stay in the line and just do his job.
Yeah, but while they're winning, he's scoring. That's good. All good there. Happy days.
Cool. Tipping the Roosters.
I am tipping the Roosters as well. Manly and the Raiders.
Yep.
Oof.
George Tafua apparently has a broken collarbone, so he's out.
Yep.
Matthew Wright comes in for him. Straight swap there. It's pretty easy stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it for them, isn't it?
Not too much.
Tommy Turbo's been a bit...
Yeah. Abby Coruscant he started well, but with Hastings now
he lost
impacted his
last
minutes
week,
a bit.
Yeah. But Hastings is going right off the bench.
But they did have a pretty poor performance against the Rabbits, so
yeah, the Rabbits really.
that kind of affected a lot of their scores are a bit lower than you would expect.
Yeah, Sherry Evans, Croker. Well, Croker doesn't get big scores anyway, but
yeah. So I wouldn't be worried about any of those guys.
Yep,
more of the same, really.
The Raiders. These blokes are unbelievable, aren't they?
Yeah. Tapani comes back into the bench, and Ado Hingano got named as a utility. So Liam Knight drops out again, and Blake Austin got dropped from the 17, which...
Oh, what's going on at Canberra?
I think Ricky Stewart is struggling.
Off his head.
Well, he hasn't figured out exactly who he wants in his squad.
Well, just play hookers at hooker, play halves at halves. That's what you have to do.
You would think, but
yeah. So I know there's a lot of stuff on Twitter about that through the week, and hopefully with Hingano on the bench, Havili might actually play more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, he's still set to make more money. He's break evens single digits again, so he just has to run on the field. You would think, and he'll do all right.
Yeah, but he needs to run on and stay on for more than 30 minutes because he's actually the team looks way better with him on there.
Even if they use him as like another forward when he comes back for another stint, like he did that in round 2, I think, and he's solid. He's hard to tackle and he runs hard. I mean, and the way that the Raiders have finished games, I'm surprised they've left him on the bench in the second half. Yeah, because they've been in the lead in all their games and they've thrown him away.
Give him a shower after 30 minutes. And
well, Ricky Stewart.
I heard some question marks over Caesar and Soliola too, so that team might change pre-match.
Space. We'll have to wait and see.
Junior Paulo, he looked solid last week. Kotrick had his best game of the year.
Yeah, busted 1,000 tackles.
Actually, Leilua had a better game as well.
Because he didn't have to defend too much.
Yeah.
Because the Warriors kept dropping. But the Warriors played poor for 65 minutes. And still won the game.
You just can't believe it, can you? You just can't believe it.
The Raiders should have put them away, I think.
Anyway.
They just let them off the hook.
Hopefully it happens again this week. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's good to see the Raiders at the bottom.
Okay, you tipping Manly?
At Lotto Land. I think they'll put on a score again.
Big one? Against,
Yeah. Well, there'll be a lot of points in that game.
Yeah, definitely Manly for me.
No defence.
The Dragons and Knights on Sunday.
Dragons have the luxury of naming an unchanged side.
That's gone a long way to their success so far. Injury free, keeping everything the same, going really well. The halves are combining really well.
Yeah.
Looking a really good team. Forwards, they're all...
They can even carry Luciano Leilua on the bench and
Kurt
it's like that. And Kurt Mann. It's like they don't even need a bench.
Jack DeBalance scores are a bit worrying lately.
Nah, not really.
30.
They're low.
Yeah.
They're low, but it's not worrying.
Oh, if you've got him in your fantasy team.
Nah, he's not a keeper anymore.
No.
They're all just sharing it around. They got plenty of forwards doing their job.
Yeah, they're all doing a good job. Mal's doing a great job off the bench.
So it's kind of affecting all their scores, really.
Yeah.
Even Cam McInnes hasn't been that great because they've kind of dominated possession because they've completed their sets pretty well. So their tackles are all down across the board.
Yep, Aiken had a quieter game compared to Laffey, which has been the other way around.
And against the Knights too. I mean, Dufty, I think... Dufty versus Pong is a good little matchup, isn't it?
Yeah,
Two young fullbacks.
Didn't think of that. Should be a good game. Couple of good.
If you're a Dragons fan.
You're not giving the Knights a chance.
No, I think...
I am.
No, the way the Knights look, I mean, they're a handy team in those games where it's like a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
And but I don't think the Dragons are down. Like, their forward pack will dominate.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the Knights, is once their forwards are losing the battle, it's really hard for the backs to get involved.
Yep.
And you'll see low scores across the board again, I think.
Okay, so with the Knights, there is a change. Obviously, Watson out with his shoulder.
Yeah, Watson's out. They've named Hyington back on the bench because he dropped out last week. And but Brock Lamb moves to 5'8".
Yep.
Bureau's a bench utility, which is good for Slade Griffin. But they do have a few guys on their extended bench who may come in, Danny Levi particularly, if they wanted a specialist hooker on the bench.
Yeah.
So that's, I think...
Slade Griffin's playing 80 minutes easy.
Even if he's not, I mean, he's still... You got to hang on to him anyway. He's been a handy player.
He's been really good. I think he's been the Knights' best for mine.
But yeah, there's a hope that he'll play more minutes without Connor Watson there. And well, let's have to wait and see on that.
Wait and see, yeah. So you're obviously tipping the Dragons.
Yeah, I'm tipping the Dragons. I think the Knights have improved on last year.
Yeah, I see it.
They're still the problem with their team is going to be their forwards.
I see it being a battle for the first half hour maybe, and then the Dragons probably run away.
No, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Well, I'll agree on that one.
Okay, Dragons. Cool. Sunday evening game.
Yeah.
Clash of the
Broncos and Titans.
Yeah, Queensland teams.
The
two of the Queensland teams.
Yeah. Local derby.
Won't be a clash though. Will be one team run over the other.
You would think. Yeah, I do think actually. Broncos have got a few injury concerns, but I don't think that's going to bother them. So they've got Oates is out and Pangai Jr. his hamstring, and in comes Pearson on the wing,
James.
and Jaden Sewer rejoins the bench. Anyone who got on Pangai Jr. last week
didn't watch our show
against our great advice. Yeah, they'd be struggling now.
Not that we knew he was going to get an injury, but...
I just had a feeling. Had a feeling that he wasn't going to be...
You knew about his hamstring issues when nobody else did, because it's not the first hamstring issue he's had, so... it's a shame.
I'll take credit for it.
Yeah.
But...
so that might be good for Lodge, maybe?
Yeah, it should... well,
probably
who
not.
knows? It will
probably
be the same, yeah. But if you had Pangai Jr., I don't know that you have too many options.
Yeah. Jai Arrow.
Yeah, Jai Arrow, if you can... I don't know what their price difference is at the moment, but...
Talk about him in a minute.
He's probably looking okay.
But similar prices, yeah.
Just pick up anyone, really.
Because there's not really that much in the front row. Robbie Rocco.
Kick out if you don't have him.
Or you wouldn't have... Well...
If you don't have him now, I mean, what were you doing?
Check his ownership. I'm sure it's 100%.
Should be. Except for all the people who stopped playing.
Yeah. All right. Anything else from the Jack Bird?
Jack Bird.
Have we talked about him yet?
Something about a sternum protector, chest protector.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was padded with Big Macs.
Yes. Looked like it.
Anyway.
He was pretty ordinary.
Yeah.
Not much more to say. Jermaine Asako might be the big beneficiary this week. If they put a score on the Titans,
Yeah.
He might get 20 points just in goals.
Fingers crossed. He plays on James Roberts' side.
Yeah, that's why he
Yeah.
doesn't get the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
Roberts doesn't like to
Pass it.
well, I understand if you're going to try and score a try.
Pass Roberts. Pass
But
Roberts.
yeah. You'd think he should get a few because, I mean, Roberts should attract a few defenders because he's such a quality centre.
Yeah, but then he'll palm them off.
Yeah. Give it to Osako occasionally.
All right. So there's a couple of switch arounds.
Yeah, the Titans. Boyle and Hipgrave drop out. No real surprises there, I suppose. Will Matthews comes back in, and
starts.
Max King back on the bench. So Ryan James has shifted to the front row, which, I mean, we've been saying he should all year. So Jai Arrow shifts back to lock, which is more his position, I would think.
Yeah.
And Bryce Cartwright drops to the bench.
So it looks quite clearly that they're just trying to shore up the middle, which is really they need to do.
Yeah. The problem is that they still have Cartwright and Leilani Lasu on the bench.
They're still on the team.
So at some point they'll get on the field and all their problems will re-emerge.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. I think the Titans will stick with the Broncos for the first 15 minutes.
15.
And then after that, it's just going to
Put
be...
in the comments how long you think they'll stick with the Broncos for.
No. Yeah, I'm not impressed with any of the Titans, really. They don't really score points. Ryan James has struggled to make an impact fantasy-wise.
That's because their team's not
I expect him to shift back to the second row at some point during the game, and Matthews. So his minutes should still be fairly big as a prop, but I don't think you can really bring him in.
I'm really liking Jai Arrow. Is
Jai Arrow's
solid,
but I mean, they still have the issue of with Cartwright on the bench, how they're going to fit him on the field.
Yeah.
Whether it's Jai Arrow who makes way,
because I'm looking for a sort of a mid-range front rower, and he's probably one of the ones I was looking at. But he played 58 minutes last week. He played 60 the week before, so hopefully he continues around that 60 minutes. But they've just got to get something going.
Problem is he plays for the Titans. That's the biggest downside to any of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to say anything more about that?
Nah, Broncos by a fair whack.
I'm saying
20.
24. Broncos. Okay, so the Easter Monday game, there's a Monday game this week, is the Tigers and the Eels.
Yeah, Tigers squad is the same. The only real difference is they've got an A to start again.
They've won a game? Is that the difference? Oh, no.
No, they lost last week. McKilrick back on the bench.
No, Eels haven't won a game.
Between the Tigers and the Eels. Yeah, one's a football team and one's a joke. So there's not too much to say about Tigers.
Yeah.
Obviously, Corey Thompson's been making good cash for people.
Yeah.
Robbie Rockhouse been making good cash and scoring all right for people.
He'll probably post a single-digit score this week, though.
He's due for a knee blowout or something.
Don't say that.
No, it's just everyone's starting to get excited about him now.
I don't think you can be excited about him, but he's doing the job.
Well, everyone seems to be getting excited.
Have you watched him play?
Bringing him in.
No,
I have.
I'm not excited when
he's a hand stackler.
He's making money, so they're just back of the defences. Really, they've been in every game, haven't they? They've won 2 out of 3. So.
Yeah. The thing in Rockhouse's favour as well, with Aloye and Cheekham on the bench, they're both kind of edge players. So when they come on, he shifts into the middle.
Yep.
So he gets more tackles and some hit-ups and stuff.
So there's someone on the extended bench that could be back quite soon.
Little's on the extended bench, so he could come in for Godinay or McKilrick.
Yep.
Who knows? And Lola here has been named on the extended bench, but there's no place for him in the starting lineup.
Hard to drop.
It is. Corey Thompson is been playing really well at fullback, so it's hard to bring him in. So I don't know. It's a good problem for the coach to have, but it's a terrible problem for fantasy coaches because you have to keep watching the late mail to see who actually starts.
Yep. So still no. Did you mention still no? Who's the tackler?
The tackler, Elijah Taylor.
Yeah. Still no Taylor, so he's
Yeah, well, it's no big dramas there. I think no one was really worried about Taylor anymore.
I like Taylor.
He's no longer a
I like
fantasy
Taylor, I like
player.
Eisenhuth, but I wouldn't have either of them.
Yeah.
Parramatta,
there's stacks of changes.
What's going on with Parramatta? They got to do
There's
something.
so many
don't they?
changes, I can't keep track. So Kaiser Pritchard comes in for Cameron King.
Yeah.
Penny Terapo got named on the bench. George Jennings is in on the wing in place of Bevan French, who's injured. I don't know how bad.
No, he's in place of Hayne. Avara has gone to the centres. Jennings has gone out wide. Smith's replacing.
No, technically Jared Hayne was fullback, so Smith's replacing Jared Hayne.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah.
Can't keep track of who their fullback is.
No, exactly. I don't think so. This is going to be.
He wore the number 4, didn't he? Anyway,
He did because he changed late or whatever. Yeah, so
Sorry, mate.
Matungi's been dropped, and so is Kane Evans, and Tony Williams makes his way onto the bench. Bo Scott, I don't know if Bo Scott was in there last week. It's hard to keep track with
I
him.
think he dropped off for Wilson.
Yeah, so he's back in as well.
There's not
They
much to
look like a
about
bit of a mess at the
There's
moment.
not much to like at all, is there?
They're patching up holes all over the place now.
Yeah, Cameron King was a surprise to me. I think maybe Kaiser Pritchard's a bit more dynamic. Cameron King was steady, but maybe Kaiser Pritchard offers something a bit more in attack.
Yeah, I don't
Possibly.
know. I think they're just changing things up just to try and change their fortunes because they haven't looked good at all.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of role Tony Williams will play. What kind of impact role?
He'll come in. I think Tony Williams on the bench actually helps out people like Nathan Brown because Tony Williams has never been a big minute player.
No.
So those minutes will go to someone.
Yep.
And the Terapo's another.
The halves just aren't doing what they were doing at the end of last year. So something's got to click for them. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't get on any of the Eels players until they
Having said
actually.
that, it'd be interesting to see how they go without Hayne this week. So
Yeah, well,
it might go better. Anything else there?
No, I'd tip the Tigers to get home on the back of their defence, but other than that, I'm not really interested in that game too much.
Luke Brooks against Mitchell Moses, be good.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Hopefully there's a bit of
I don't think it's going to matter.
I don't think it'll matter.
I think Parramatta's got a lot of problems.
Yeah, I'm going Tigers as well.
Cool.
That's it.
That's it. Ins and outs and stuff.
Done. Okay, so now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, Rayner's Reads.
Rayner's Reads.
So I've got a few questions for you today. Let's get your opinions on
I'm ready.
questions.
I'm ready.
Okay, first one is I've got 450 grand in the bank.
You're doing it wrong already, but yep.
And Katoa sitting on the bench. Should I go Katoa to Mbai?
If you want, I suppose, but with that kind of money as well, you could go Katoa to anybody that you can afford.
Yeah.
That's good. So if you don't have Cam Murray, I'd get him first.
Yep. Because
Mbai, he's solid. He looks like he's solid at fullback at the moment. He's breaking a lot of tackles, which is always good. And the Bulldogs are pretty average too, so he gets a lot of run meters returning the ball.
Well, Bulldogs had a good game, so that probably helped a bit.
Plus, he's got a big score now in his average, so that'll keep his price rises coming for the next few weeks.
So he could make some money for a little bit.
So even in the short term, he could be pretty good. So
Yep.
yeah, it's not a bad trade.
So that question comes in from Luke. There you go.
You just don't want to have too many Bulldogs in your team because they're not all going to score points. Luke.
I was looking to bring in 2 Bulldogs this week.
Yeah.
Anyway. Second question comes in from Mark. How long is Nathan Cleary out for? He picked up an injury through the week. How long is he out for, and who might be a good replacement?
I think I heard 10 to 12 weeks.
Yep.
And that was like half a week ago, so 11 and a half weeks. But replacement-wise, for that kind of cash, I mean, you just go for gun, halves. Sean Johnson's up there. At the moment, Jerry Evans.
Yep.
Not a lot else, really. Mitch Pearce hasn't really proven anything yet, so like last year. So those two.
Could go a cheaper option and bank some cash.
You could and put the cash somewhere else. I mean, there's plenty of halves popping up now with Marshall King, and maybe you could stick him in there if you want to. I'd probably stick with another gun half though.
Yep.
Because they usually score. If they play well and score well, that's good points.
Yep. Cool. And the next question is related to Cam Smith. With Cook going so well and penalties playing such a big part in the game, and Cam Smith got a few penalties against me the other night. Is Cam Smith such an important player to have in your team?
If you don't have him,
yeah,
you're probably not disappointed because his price is coming down.
Yeah.
If you do have him, I mean, he's still scoring all right, and
Yep.
I think the penalty situation will even itself out in the next few weeks because it starts getting a bad look for the game if it's constantly games are decided by penalties. So I think they'll crack down hard like they have in the first few rounds. It'll start to normalise in the next few weeks, I think. So I think Cam Smith is fine.
Yep.
If you got him, keep him. If you don't have him, just wait. His price is coming down, and then you can have both later on.
So people were probably worried that he...
captaincy-wise, is a big decision about whether you give him the captaincy or not. And the problem is no one's really been consistently good.
Yep.
So...
stick with it.
Yeah, stick with...
Yeah, it was weird that he gave away some of his goal kicks to Croft at the end of the game. Do you think that might keep happening?
I don't know. I think that's just...
It was bizarre.
I don't know why it was. Maybe it was just to make Croft feel good because he'd been so poor to get him involved.
They wouldn't let him touch the ball for the first half.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So no, don't stress about Cam Smith.
Nah.
People are talking about trading him out because there's a fair bit of money and
don't.
you could bring in some other players, but cool. And the last one is from Brett, who might have someone in his team, in his back line that needs to get rid of, i.e. Jared Hayne.
Jared Hayne, yeah.
This is coming in from Brett, not from me. So who's the best wing centre option at the moment that's nice and cheap to pick up?
How cheap's cheap?
Well, I think Jared Haynes.
There's quite a few wing centres. With the way injuries have hit Brisbane, I think Jermaine Asako looks okay.
Especially because he's going to goal kick.
Because he goal kicks and kicks field goals too, as it turns out. And they're playing the Titans. Yeah, he's one that's cheap. He's cheaper than Jared Hayne, so and he's still going to be making more money.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I mean, you can't really go too far wrong. Peter Higu's doing all right.
Yep.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Just basically anyone you stick in there is going to score better than Jared Hayne has. So anyone's an upgrade.
I don't know if Brett's got Jared Hayne. I'll just put that in as an example.
Yeah.
Kenner, he's making money, but
he's scoring tries too, though. He sort of relies on the tries a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could do worse.
Yep. Cool. And that's it for Rayner's reads this week. Well done.
Cool.
So our trades this week.
Yeah.
Before we look at matchups,
doing it first. Or?
Yeah. So obviously, already mentioned Jared Haynes, Gornski's. Definitely going to bring in Jeremy Marshall King. I held off on him last week just to see how he'd go. Give him a week.
Yep.
And he looked pretty good, pretty solid. So his job security should be all right. There are rumours a week ago that I heard the Bulldogs were trying to get Aiden Caesar because he's not happy at Canberra. But I haven't heard anything since. So as far as I know, his job security is really good, and he looked quite like a good buy. So
yeah, he looks solid defence.
Break even down to 1 or 0 or something like that. So definite pick up this week. So that's Jared Hayne. I also want to get... I didn't end up trading Katoa last week. I was going to, but I just saved the trade instead. So probably want to look to upgrade. I've got a bit of money in the bank, so I can either go to RFM. That's 2 Bulldogs players though.
So
I'm a bit worried.
It's going all right.
But for that price, just under... What is he? He's 520 or something like that, 550 or something like that. So around that price, he's probably the best option. Or I can go another cheap option, Asako, whose break-even's 0 again, I think. They're playing the Titans this week.
They're playing the Titans,
and I'd rather play Because if I got to play Kenner otherwise in the centres, I'd rather play Sarko. I don't know. It's probably half a dozen to one.
Yeah.
6 of the other.
I'm not going to tell you what I would do. Don't want to help you out.
So there, I'm definitely getting JMK and the other one either RFM or a cheaper option to make money.
Cool.
How about you?
I'm just getting rid of Merrin. Merrin to Murray.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Just points, and I'm disappointed with Merrin's minutes at the moment. And he got helped early on with a try in the second round, which got his score up, but it didn't look good for a while. And he's scored a 29 on the weekend. And,
that was injury affected though. Sternum injury.
He only went off in like the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
And so his minutes weren't going to be great anyway.
Yeah.
And the way that the Panthers forwards have been going with trying to fit in Cacao and moving Fisher Harris around and that, I just don't see him getting the 60 minutes I would want him to get to score well. So he's getting the boot, and Cam Murray, he just looks solid. So
look really good.
Yeah, he's popular there at the Bunnies. So I should stick him on for longer.
Really good kid, young kid. Junior
Pretty
kangaroo
easy.
captain, I think.
I don't know.
Future of South.
I don't care that much.
You wait next week, Merrin. Pump out an 80.
He won't.
Said it all pre-season. It'll happen as soon as you trade.
No, well, his break-even's up to 50-ish now.
Okay.
Something like that, because he scored so poorly. So he's not even going to make any more money.
Yeah.
So his early season scores haven't really panned out.
And you're looking to save a trade as well?
At the moment. Just there's no one else that I need to urgently get rid of besides Croft, but I can't really afford anyone really good.
Yeah.
And I don't want to downgrade to another rookie in the halves. I can always bench him and just put someone else in there.
Just waiting for the next good cheapie that's making a hell of a lot of money to come along.
I need to save some trades, so I don't want to burn them all in the first 3 rounds.
Unless
it's
on someone that's going to make a heap of money quick.
Yeah. So I'm kind of just waiting now for any of the must-have sort of that stand up, and I don't really see any of them at the moment.
Yeah, cool. Matchups this week?
Yeah.
Before we talk about matchups this week, I just want to give a shout out to the amazing Bettini brothers. Karma nearly got me last week when because he had Cohen Hess in his team. He pumped out 80 first game. I go, here we go. I shouldn't have bagged him out last week. And then he had Robert Jennings who got 83, and then he had someone else who got 70. What's
Could have
going on
been bad,
here?
but
then I realised he only had like 12 players. So
12 scorers, it's not good.
So anyway, you put up a valiant fight, Bettini brothers. Well done. This week, who you got?
Monahan, Mud Dogs.
Jimmy. He
Yeah.
had a win last week against Linda's G-Train Army.
Yeah, the way my team is trending, I'm not confident about this at all.
So
The matchups are like fairly similar, I suppose.
He's got Angus Crichton.
He's got like players that I wouldn't have. Doubts at Moga, but
we might trade him out this week.
yeah, it's the thing. It's like it could go depending, because all the scores have been so up and down this year.
So it could be a close game.
Could be.
Cool. Don't need to talk more about that, do we?
No, I don't think it's a big exciting matchup.
I'm playing the Maroon and Whites of Ben Haywood. I don't know. I think he posted a 600.
No, he's
score.
Nah, you got him
No
covered.
good. So
Just judging by the players in that squad.
okay. Well, I won't comment too much because you know what happened last week. So match of the round. Who are we looking at here? Oh, the match of the round. The Stokinator and Bettini brothers, the two lowest scorers of the comp.
Oh, the battle for wooden spoon already.
Battle for wooden spoon.
It's earlier than you would expect, but
so I might keep an eye on that one. Double Deckers play Nathan, the Bensville Sharks, and G-Train Army play Kirky and the Golden Apples. Harold Holt, Mark Tyler, and Lewis Kellerman. He's signed for Leeds. That could be a battle for the top scorer of the week again. That one.
Cool.
So that's the comp. How's the viewers comp going?
viewers comp's going well. The viewers are better than us, outscoring us pretty solidly. So
I got dusted up last
few
week.
scores over 800 as well.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, it's
right.
quite disappointing.
Have they got shows on YouTube? We need to watch them.
Nah, they need to give us advice in the comments.
Oh, you're playing this Lone Scout this week.
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I've given up on him already.
Have you?
It's too early. My team's not ready.
He's in the top.
My team's peaking at the end of the year, not the start of the year.
He's in the top few hundred overall. I think so. He's going quite good.
He got lucky with a few.
Lucky.
Yeah.
You make it.
Probably rock out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'm playing Joshua Patrick from the Dairy Dingbats. He actually works in my work in the dairy department, so I think he might have switched off fantasy already this year, though.
Yeah, most people have. Once they realise how poorly it was supported.
Yeah. So anyway, good luck to those in the Fuels League. Yeah. All right. So that's about it. We don't need to talk about anything else. Do we?
No, that's it. That's it for the show.
Yeah. So
cool.
See you again.
Subscribe. Leave a comment.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Okay. Cheers.